Radio Raheem here in Manchester with Team 10. Sonny, Chad, Justin, and of course Titus. Listen, guys, we're talking to like the real fight world right now, and you guys got to help me out with this KSI versus Logan Paul thing. We just come from the weigh-in. It was ruckus. There were fans everywhere, people screaming. Nobody louder than Chad, though. So we're going to start there because we didn't see you on camera, but everybody was at that weigh-in and watching it online heard you. What the hell? What was the dust-up about?
So Jake was being weighed in, and there was like some little chihuahua, like has to be 4.5 feet tall. Starts barking. Jake Paul, you're going to get your ass beat. Started like freaking out. And I was like, who is this little dude yelling over here? Turns out to be one of Deji's trainers or fighters. Bro, I don't give a shit if you're a boxer. You're mad embarrassing talking shit to grown-ass men, and you're a little dude. So you're just embarrassing, man. It's just like I came to enjoy the fight, watch, and I don't want to be involved in it. But when I see a little man running his mouth to everyone, I'm going to step up to the plate. I'm going to run my mouth back. I'm a New Yorker, and I don't play that shit.
It sounds like we got another fight brewing maybe on the undercard of the rematch already.
The problem is that dude's got 2,000 followers, so I would never fight him.
Okay, so listen, you guys got to help me like even figure out how we got to this point because the weigh-in for Jake and Deji couldn't be done at the same time in a classic fashion. They had to actually keep them separate off the stage. How did this beef like get to the point where they can't even be on the same stage?
I personally think it's because Jake is in way better shape than Deji, and they don't want to stand next to each other because it's going to see how fat Deji looks. But I don't know.
That's probably what happened, man.
Yes. Now, all right, I'm going to switch to the main event a little bit.
Take his pants off. I just wanted to point that out, and he was wearing a mask.
No, but what's the buildup? Like, how did they get so angry at each other? Why is this fight even happening in the first place? Help me out.
It was when KSI said, "I'll challenge any pool," and then they were like, "Let's do brother versus brother." So now Deji, Jake, and KSI and Logan are fighting.
See, this is what I didn't know. Are you saying that Deji and KSI are brothers as well?
Yeah.
So you didn't even know that. This is okay. So this is like a family feud. This is like the Capulets and the Montagues. I hope you guys did your like required reading in high school. It's all right. Now in the main event, both of these guys came out with masks on, so I guess that's like a family trait as well.
Yeah.
But KSI came out with a woman's mask on, and apparently it's Logan's girlfriend.
I just think that's like top of like disrespectful, you know, but yeah, it was his girlfriend, but I think it's just too far to go. You know, if it's like about the fight, that's all it's about. It's not about, you know, disrespecting a woman or any.
I think it's a life decision that he was trying to tell us he wants to make, and I'm totally cool. I support that, man. I'm all for those rights, so do you, brother.
I guess we do have the parade here on Saturday. All right, so of course you guys believe that the Pauls are going to win in both instances, but I need not just to know why, but how. Like how do they each in what round? Like we're gonna go from we're gonna start on the left and break it down. Sonny first. Break this fight down for me. Both of them.
All right. Well, based off like how they're training, you know, they're definitely training like really, really hard. So I would say Jake, as in the first round, would knock him out easily, just because their whole life for the past 4 months has been dedicated to, you know, eat, sleep, and like train. And I don't think on behalf of Deji or KSI, I haven't been watching them train, so I can't tell specifically like what they've been doing. But based off of Jake and Logan, I know they've been working really, really hard to this fight, so I think they're both going to knock him out.
Now, neither one of these guys were fighters before. I mean, I know that Logan was a wrestler, but as far as boxing goes, this is their first fight. Have you noticed any change in them? Are they like more focused now, angrier guys? I mean, since this whole thing has come up, what's their attitude like?
Well, I mean, based off what I've seen, they're just like really hardworking guys that are just out there living their dream, and this guy came up with beef and called him out, and they're just about to fight him. But I know for a fact it's gonna go down the right way with the Pauls for sure.
All right, now, there's been a lot of trash talking, diss tracks, like the whole thing, back and forth. I feel like you've got some experience in this arena. First of all, I want you to handicap the trash talk for me. Give me a little recount of what's happened back and forth and who was won the mind game.
So I'm going to be honest with you right now. Jake and Logan Paul are American muscle. You know what I'm talking about? Like, these dudes are real people. Like, they've wrestled, they've dealt with bullshit their whole lives. They actually do stuff in their lives. And Deji and KSI they play video games. I'm sorry. That's fucking embarrassing. Like, you're a video game player who's like training to box, and you're gonna go and fight people that actually have experience wrestling and fighting people and getting into fights on the streets. And just like, for me, man, it's mad embarrassing. Like, I don't know, but I feel like they're really good at trash talking because it's what they do. Think about when you play a video game online. Oh, you're a piece of shit. Oh, you trash talk. But when it comes down to a real fight, man versus man, it's just like the dedication that Jake and Logan have. These dudes just don't understand what that is. Everything Jake does, he's amazing at. Like, I've literally seen him. I was with him since day one when he first started vlogging. Everybody said he couldn't do it. And then he became the biggest vlogger in the world. I was with him when he first started acting. Everybody said he couldn't act. And then he booked one of the biggest Disney shows. Everyone says he couldn't do music. He's making so much money off music. And it's just insane that he's doing all these things now. And he's just going to the top.
All right, Chad, I think you got to be the Bundini of the night. You got to be the young man rumble guy. That's Muhammad Ali's hype man. You got to be up on the apron with the Pauls doing a little trash talk in their honor. And now last night, you and I talked a little bit about you stepping in the ring one day, maybe fighting yourself. You seen what these guys have gone through. You seen what like it requires pain-wise boxing. Are you serious about this? Like, how would you feel if maybe you were on the undercard of the rematch?
Bro, I would beat up anyone that comes after me, man. I'll fight Deji.
You would win, man.
I would win. I'm telling you.
Yeah, see, I think you're like the quiet assassin. You're kind of like low key, but you got like in your eyes, you might want to hurt somebody just for fun, which is a little weird. But you know that could serve you. That could serve you well, Justin. Now I've saved the best for last. Of course, Titus. He's already tired of listening to me talk. But this is the real superstar at the table. We just did all this so we could get something from you, man. Who's gonna win Saturday night?
Jake!
Yeah. And there you have it. It's official. We've got the handicapper. Jake is the winner on Saturday night, according to Titus. We got Team 10 here. Sonny, Chad, Justin, and of course Titus breaking down this fight and this beef for you. Now there's nothing left to do. There's no more talking. All that's done. It's only time to fight. See you Saturday night, Manchester Arena. Radio Raheem with Team 10.